Shabbat Shalom, USY. My name is Avi Scheinberg, and I am the Religion Education Vice President of Seaboard Region. This week, we read Parashat Behaalotecha, the third parasha in the book of Bamidbar. Strange things happen in the desert, and in Behaalotecha, we see what's probably one of the strangest things that the Israelites have to deal with. The Israelites have become dissatisfied with their manna, which is what God has given them as their food source while on their journey. They're demanding for Moses to supply them with meat because they missed the food that they had back in Egypt. Hashem agrees to bring them quail from the seas and drop it all over their camp so the people can collect and eat it. However, once the Israelites actually eat the quail, Hashem takes out his anger on the Israelites for being upset that he's not giving them as much as they could. As it says, quote, "The meat was still between their teeth, nor yet chewed, when the anger of the Lord blazed forth against the people, and the Lord struck the people with a very severe plague." The thing to note here is that the quail was still between their teeth. I initially thought this meant more than it did, but after reading it more, it just seemed to be that it was the moment they bit into their teeth and chewed on the quail, they were struck down by Hashem and killed. Furthermore, in this parsha, Miriam criticized Moses for marrying a Cushite woman, since Moses broke a very strict rule that the Israelites were forbidden from marrying any outsider, especially because Moses was supposed to be their dugma, their role model here. Miriam was punished with leprosy, and she was exiled from the camp for 7 days. The common trend seen throughout this parsha is people being struck with a plague after complaining. The Israelites were killed after complaining to Hashem, and Miriam after complaining about Moses. Obviously, the easy comparison here is to compare how we're in a middle of a pandemic and there's a disease going around that's killed thousands of people. But there's more to this than just that we can take from this. Hashem strikes the people with these plagues because of their unhappiness with what Hashem has done for them, like providing them with an unlimited food supply while in the middle of the desert. Looking at it from Hashem's perspective, he's given the Israelites all they could have while they're in the desert, and they're still complaining that they don't have enough. All of us are fortunate enough to have so much in our lives that we, much like the Israelites, can take what we have and see them as normal. Oh, but it's easy to take those things for granted. We're privileged that we're able to have food every day and that we can sleep in a bed, and even being in USY is a privilege that we have. But it's not until we find something that we desire that we find ourselves taking the simple things in life for granted. Especially with what's happening in the world today, it's important to look at the small things in life and appreciate them for how big of an impact they truly have on us. In times like these, there are tons of people that are unfortunate to have and don't have access to the same things we do. It's important to make sure to take a moment and appreciate what you have and love it for what it is and not obsess over what you don't have. Shabbat Shalom.